Over the years, allegations of political interference in the operations of the Hawks have come from various groups and political parties. But the Hawks head, Lieutenant General Godfrey Lebeya, has denied claims that probes are being unduly influenced by politicians and has committed to ensuring thorough investigations of high-profile cases, including the Phala Phala matter. Well, Lebeya joins us now for more on the story. Good evening and thank you so much for your time. Of course, you faced lots of questions yesterday about where the Hawks were with the investigation, particularly in the president. There doesn't seem to be a lot of confidence that this is a matter that has been dealt with the priority and the urgency that it deserves.
Good evening, madam, and good evening to your viewers. I think, firstly, we have indicated yesterday during the briefing that the investigation referred to was started with one affidavit. And then since then, we have indicated that we have now filed 41 statements. Without indicating the contents of those statements, I think the public could see the seriousness that we have put into this matter. We have got a team that is doing this investigation, and they are hard at work. There is no political interference in the work that we are doing. And I must say that since I was appointed in the DPCI, there has never been any political interference in the work that we are doing. In fact, our members know that there is a judge readily available that should there be anyone who interfere with our work, then the report is easily made to the judge. You don't have to go to court. The judge is readily available. Even the members of the public that feel that we are not performing our work as we are supposed to, they have got that right to approach the judge and report. So for us, I think that the law is straightforward. We operate according to that.
This is a case that could have very serious implications for the president, depending on what you're able to uncover in the investigations. Are you saying that you're not giving any updates on the status of this investigation, either to the Justice Minister or even to the presidency?
We are not giving any status report to the Minister of Justice. In fact, we are not giving any progress to the Minister of Justice. We are independent, and we perform our work in such a way that only when the investigation is completed will we say that now it has been handed over to the National Prosecuting Authority for decision. As we now conduct our investigation, we work closely with the National Prosecuting Authority, which in a sense guide that this is the direction that we would like the gaps to be closed. But there is no one that will interfere with our work. We understand the law very well when it comes to independency. And I think that the Constitutional Court have made it clear on how we should operate.
Does that include giving no updates to the presidency?
How can we give an update to the presidency in this matter? I think that obviously, even if we were on other matters updating the state presidency, if that situation was to arise, in this one, it is obvious that we couldn't be doing that.
All right, so you've had no inquiries from either the Justice Department or Minister or even the presidency on the status of this matter?
We have never received any inquiry regarding the status of this matter.
When are
I think the only inquiries that we are getting is from the media. When we are reporting on other matters, the question is always raised.
it's a legitimate question because it involves the number one citizen of this country. When are you expecting to conclude it?
The investigation of crime is a science. It is a systematic search for the truth. When you get one statement, usually some of those who are making statement, they will tell you that they do not have first-hand knowledge of what they are trying to say in an affidavit. They will refer you to somebody else. To do proper investigation, you have got to approach all those who are mentioned in that particular statement to ascertain the facts, so that when you package your docket, you know that no stone was left unturned. So that is why you can't say from the beginning that I'm only going to get 10 statements and then it will be complete. After interviewing the 10 individuals that you may have identified, you may find that they are bringing forward other names that were not originally known. So you can't say that we have concluded before you interview all those who appear to have played a role.
Fair enough, but at this point you say you've collected 41 statements. Surely that gives you an indication of how much more work you will still need to do before you're able to conclude the investigation. And again, the urgency around it, because it involves the president.
Yeah, we understand that. And I think that you also need the work to be done thoroughly. And you can't say that if we have 41 statements, we should be knowing by now how many still remain. Because what you are not sure of is what the content of those affidavits that we are having are saying. Do they mention other people that we are supposed to be approaching? So until everybody that is referred to in the statement have been approached, the investigation will not be complete. And you do not want matters to be referred back because the work is not complete. So the science, the way in which we have been trained, we know precisely how to conduct the investigation. We also understand the urgency. That is why this investigation is considered as a part of the national priority investigations.
I hear what you're saying in as far as the need to conduct a thorough investigation is concerned. I don't, however, get the sense that the Hawks are trying to ensure that this matter is concluded as soon as possible. And yet we know that whatever the outcome may be has huge implications for the country going into later on this year, especially being mindful of the fact that there's also an ANC elective conference that will be taking place.
Yeah, if you know how to investigate commercial-related cases, you'll understand what it takes to dispose of a single affidavit. And as I say, I have indicated the number of those that we have already obtained. And there are other work that we are doing, which is not necessarily an affidavit, but I think that we have moved anyone who knows how to investigate commercial-related offenses. If by now we say we have passed more than 40 statements, they will understand that a lot of work was put into this investigation.
Do the statements include a statement from the president?
Yeah, those are the content of the statements that are in the docket. We will not reveal those. But rest assured that the statement of the complainant is the one that we can confirm is in the docket. The rest of the statement, we will not reveal whose statement is in the docket, but it is those whose names will be featuring when we get witnesses.
The evidence that was provided by Arthur Frazier How much of that is giving you a lead into which direction you need to be going into as you conduct your investigations?
An affidavit of the complainant is a starting point. Whatever is being raised in an affidavit, we have got to test that. So every other individual that shall have been mentioned, we take note of that. And we take note of also the other sources of information. So we will not be revealing who we are interviewing. And obviously, for various reasons, those can only be known once we reach a stage where the docket itself has to be disclosed.
I assume your investigation would also then include officials in Namibia. Have you gotten that far yet, being able to interview or get statements from officials in that part of the region?
Yeah, what we wouldn't be saying is to give some hints as to who could be the potential witnesses. But all what you need to take note is what does the complainant say? We take it from there. If the complainant is mentioning some other people, it means that those people have to be approached. But we are not going to give a hint as to in which direction are we focusing on.
So, Mr. Lebeya, it could be next year this time that we're having the same conversation about this investigation still going on. I mean, is that going to be the case?
I don't think so. I don't think we have got so many witnesses such that it will take a year to complete. The matters that take a year are those that are highly complicated, which involve several offenses, not an offense like this one.
All right, Lieutenant General Godfrey Lebeya there, as you can hear, quite tight-lipped about the work they're doing around this investigation. So no clear picture of when it will be completed, but hopefully that it will be done within the coming year.